Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Echoes of Legacy. I hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 27. Last time, our heroes traveled to the city of Lunaris to meet with Luos and discuss the possibility of her allowing them to use their Mage Slayer golems in the coming conflict with the Rezana family. Much to the party's surprise, already there and talking to Luos was Valerian. Which, you know, totally the party did not sling insults or get angry at all at him. It was a very pleasant, very, you know, normal conversation. And then he left the party, ended up convincing Luos through some clever use of memory magic, allowing what everyone has seen over the past few weeks to be shown to Luos so she could actually see the truth. She agreed to help out the group to start in the next day working on the Mage Slayer golems with them. The group went back to the ship, seeing Valerian there, looking at their ship, and then he left, walking off and vanishing into the crowd, very a la spy movie. And I believe that's kind of the short and skinny of it and where we left off. So we're going to pick up the next morning. And let's start with Christian. Jeane, what are you getting up to in the morning?
I think I'm just gathering all the details and all the notes and all the equations of stuff that I've acquired for both the Nova Divider and the Golem, or the Colossus rather. Just like all the preliminary notes that was shared to me. But what's our little buddy's name again? I can't remember.
Your little buddy's name is
Watch.
Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Watch,
Yeah,
yes.
Watch.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Watcher.
The
Watch.
Watcher. Any like primary information I can get from Watch about the Colossus, and just seeing how I'm already getting an early start on how to integrate the two for Luos in their endeavor for their golems, and then I'll probably gonna probably head there early.
Okay.
And with permission, resummoning the golem.
Okay.
Resummoning the Colossus back in the courtyard where we showed up before.
Yeah.
To give Luos and any other scientist a chance to see it.
Okay. Yeah, you would see there Luos is already kind of ready, and she's already in the yard. You see they have a kind of a decent amount of equipment kind of already set up. And you see there's maybe about a dozen other techs or scientists, artificers here in this field. And as you summon the Colossus down, they all kind of marvel at this mech that just appears from the sky, landing on the ground. And Luos turns to you and she goes, "So, what is your plan?"
Well, there are several aspects of the Colossus that I would like to maybe integrate with your golems. Primarily, first off, the transport method, because I don't know how many golems you have already built, but it's gonna be quite a marvel to get them there,
right?
Without the summoning circle,
right? Well, presently built and ready for use, I'd say we have about a dozen.
And what are the capabilities of one?
The capabilities of one, perhaps a demonstration might be better. And you see she speaks to one of the scientists over to the side, and you see that scientist begins to kind of sign some runes, and you see kind of rising up and out of the courtyard is almost like a capsule, and the capsule is easily about, I think, 16 feet tall, maybe about 16 feet wide. So this large metal capsule kind of rises out. And she gestures to one of her other compatriots, who kind of takes off his lab coat. You see he's got kind of like spiky white hair kind of up in a pompadour, glasses on the edge of his nose, steps out and kind of rolls up his sleeves, and looks like he's preparing some magic, essentially. The other scientist triggers the capsule opens up, and you see this massive metallic figure within it, kind of beginning to walk out slowly. It's got like kind of a large domed head. It's got that sort of like almost look like it's like a helmet kind of like a Spartan helmet almost, with the visor that looks, and it's just kind of this green hum of light that comes from it. In one arm is this large circular, almost looking like a glass chamber on its arm, with these kind of claw machine claws at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one looks like it's just a normal kind of what's the word, like just a hand, pretty much, like with full 5 fingers on it. But you can see there is a deep blue stone set into the center of it. And as the creature appears and begins to kind of walk forward, you'd see that the white-haired scientist claps his hands together and fires this large fireball towards the creature, towards the golem. The golem throws up that normal-looking hand, and the spell just kind of gets drained and sucked straight into that gem. And then it extends its other hand, and the claw shoots out, grabs around the figure. And then you just begin to see, because you have weave sight, you begin to see kind of these strands of weave energy running along the cord into that glass tank. As you see the figure, the guy slowly kind of get weaker, falling to his knees. And then the scientist very quickly signal for the golem to stop. The golem releases as the scientist just kind of sits there and gasps for breath as Luos turns to face you. She goes, it's meant to handle, really, I think one golem can take on about 4 or 5 mages at once without really breaking a sweat. And that is not even incorporating their anti-magic field, but we don't want to disrupt traffic here in the city.
How big is that field?
It's big enough that it's about a 30-foot radius that extends from it. And it can cause interference.
This is good information for the plan we already had. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Changes some things about our orientation of these robots. What and remind me again, what's the issue that they're having with them?
The issue that they're having with them,
Yeah.
the issue is the moral dilemma over the golems. The moral dilemma of having this kind of technology could very easily be turned, like most technology, be turned to a nefarious purpose.
Of course. Yes.
And as far as like a technical issue with it, is just like that any forces that are nearby are affected by the radius of the field. Yeah. So like even friendly forces will be depowered while within the field. And so that can cause great risk to to any sort of allies to these golems.
Okay, and like they can see that as Jeane is looking at these golems, that they see that his irises change to those golden cogs as he's like looking around them and looking at where the weave lines go, both outside and inside. And he almost, like, without really thinking about it, like traces his hand along one of the pathways of weave around it. This is incredible work.
Thank you.
Nothing like that where I'm from. Like, then again, we don't really have magic in my world, so this is still very impressive technologically. And you do have the right idea of being afraid of the implications of what these things can do.
Right. Because these produced at a grand scale could really have dire consequences.
Yes.
In a world like ours.
And I'm sure that after this conflict, that will come up with other leaders of other lands immediately.
Right.
That's the escalation of magics and safety, I'm afraid, that we do have on my world.
Would you like a demonstration of the field as well?
I mean, sure. If it won't, I do need to know every aspect so I can help in the best way possible. So,
do you mind standing where you are, and we'll show you, and so you can experience it for yourself, and then we will turn it off straight away.
Sure. I don't really have magic in me. Well, no, I take that back, but I'm sure I'll feel a difference.
And so you see they kind of hit some buttons again, and there's kind of this dormant dark gem on its chest that glows this brilliant kind of purple, and this almost like kind of crackle of lightning kind of comes off and begins to expand around the golem, and begins to form this kind of this radius of energy that eventually kind of just shimmers to like almost this crackle. And as the barrier passes over you, those cogs fade from your eyes, the metronome stops in your head, as it goes up and over you. And then the next thing happens is you see your hands and they begin to flicker, almost like you're flickering in and out of existence for a moment. And as they notice it, they shut it down immediately as it rushes back in. And Luos looks to you and she goes, what? How did you get brought to this land again?
Both on accident and on purpose.
Yes, but what method brought you here?
And I'll explain the method because Christian doesn't remember off the top of his head exactly what was done.
You were brought here through magic.
Yes.
Ah, so the field could be quite dangerous for you and your friends in the sense that it could disrupt whatever magic brought you here.
That does. So we weren't just brought here; we're being sustained here by magic.
Correct. Well, that's typically how it works when beings from other planes enter into a different plane of existence. They are here, but they are also temporarily still bound to wherever they came from. Another example. Back up, please, so you're not in the field this time. And as you get back away, you see that same figure casts forward, and you see this kind of like this halo appear, and this angel begins to kind of descend and arrive. And the Luos gestures. She goes, "This is a solar. They're typically bound to a plane beyond ours." And if we activate the field and you see the field appears and you would see the solar flicker and then vanish from existence. And she goes, and it severs the link and sends him back to his, place of origin.
So technically, Valerian is me and my friend's anchor.
It is possible. If he's the one that cast the spell to bring you here, it is quite possible.
That would explain why he seems so cocky before, despite, well, he's been cocky all I've known him, but in terms of us being a danger to him. And they will see that he is concerned because that's new information that he did not have. Okay. I'm glad I figured that out now so I can talk to them later.
Right. I would inform your friends of this and make sure that wherever you do deploy the golems that you are not near them.
Yeah.
As that it would be unfortunate because also you should consider the possibility that if your connection is severed improperly, who knows where you would end up. Because this isn't traditional summoning magic that brought you here.
No.
This is something that Valerian cooked up.
Yeah, considering the spatial highways have been severed.
You could end up in the in-between.
Or worse.
Or worse, yeah.
And a flash of where he was before with a certain BBG of another campaign. It flashes in his mind. Somewhere. Okay. That's good. Information is good. Information is always good.
Okay. Yes. It depends on how you use it.
Yes. So before I start going in a spiral about that, let's
Get to work.
Get to work.
Okay. And I think with that, we're going to cut back to the ship. And where do we find Rhea this morning?
Rhea is probably in the kitchen making a strong pot of black coffee. And is, we've seen her be like silly, goofy, and maybe a little like dramatic and hot-tempered. But I think she's really reflective this morning and is just drinking this very aggressive cup of coffee and thinking about what kind of comes next for her in the grand scheme of everything. So she knows she can't really be of help to Jeane. Love you, Jeane, but I don't know shit about shit. So she's gonna be just kind of waiting until she's needed, I suppose. She'll just kind of be in the kitchen drinking coffee, waiting for someone to need her assistance.
Okay. Out of Val and Peter, which would be the next to wake up or to enter into the kitchen?
Probably Peter.
Probably me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming Val's spending some time with Ren in the morning. Maybe I'm assuming too quickly, but but yeah. Peter's gonna join Rhea in the kitchen, get breakfast. Unfortunately, Jeane is the only mechanically apt person in the group. So this seems like a Jeane mission.
Coffee?
Yeah. I'll do coffee this morning. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. Pour Peter a cup of coffee, but like halfway, and then like water it down with some hot water from the kettle.
That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you.
Hand it to Peter. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, the bed is incredibly large still. 4-poster bed. You're gonna get a good night's sleep in there.
Aren't your
Yeah.
generals with you?
Yeah. Do you want to talk? Do they need to? They don't eat normally, so I think they're all right for breakfast. But yeah, kind of. I don't know. We're kind of wrapping up this run, huh?
Ooh, don't like how you worded that.
Well, the final run could be the last one.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Winning this one.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to fuck this one up. So I think we're doing better now. We got Luos. That was a big win for us.
Yeah.
My army is growing, which, don't hate that. It's good. It's what Peter told us to do.
Yeah.
So,
it was really easy to win over Luos. I'm like, how bad did we fuck it up last time? That
I'm gonna be honest. Well, Peter told me that Jeane didn't do the talking last time. So not to point fingers, but
if Valerian was in the room last time too, I think we all kind of know how that panned out. We probably didn't even make it to Paradise Isle. He probably just
got us there.
Right.
We did make it. Paradise Isle last time.
But yeah, I feel I don't know how I felt last time, but I think we have a shot.
Yeah, I think we're doing okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think you're gonna do after? Now that I don't know if things have changed.
Yeah. A really long sip from her coffee. I don't know if I want to go back.
Stay here?
Well, we're gonna make a big mess.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I feel like we've already made a big mess.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
And I mean, even after that mess is cleaned up, I feel better here than I ever did at home.
Yeah.
You know, I feel more purpose here than I ever did at home. So I don't know that that was for me.
Yeah. You do have a boyfriend at home, yeah?
Yeah. I
Oh, should I
No, it's okay. I think it's probably better for him to if I'm not there.
I don't think that's true.
He's smart and kind and has a great he'll be fine. He'll do well. And I think that I wasn't um I wasn't good for him like he was good for me. I didn't It wasn't equal. I took from him more than I gave to him. And I can't I can't go back and fix it. So I think it's best if I just stay here and he can, you know, he's a smart kid. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the best. Dramatic drink of my coffee. But what about
Yeah.
you? What do you think you're gonna do?
I don't I think there's a lot of stuff that's going on. There's a lot of things to consider. Uh, can I be honest with you about something?
Yeah, yeah.
Building this army and everything, um, it's a greater good kind of thing for sure. If we didn't have the army, clearly we've failed a couple times and everyone dies. So unconsensually creating an army isn't my favorite thing to do, even though it's for the greater good. But I want to fix that as much as I can. And hopefully, ideally, we take out Drowned King, and we can go through the process of unturning all the people that he's turned. I don't know how that's changed now that I've been doing some turning as well. His blood might not change them back. And I kind of want to, set things right, clean up our messes. So I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen after.
Do you want to kill him if we run into him?
The Drowned King?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of pissed him off. I don't think that he is going to be as relaxed as he was before.
Right.
But yeah, so hopefully kill him, cure as many people as we can, and then we'll see what I have to do or deal with after.
I'll help you. I'll stay and help.
But yeah. Okay, yeah. Thanks.
What? What?
Ray, there's like when we have to kill the Drowned King and bless his blood to cure people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's going to work for all of them.
Well, we'll go from there. We'll start there and figure it out.
And if it doesn't work, how far are you willing to go to help?
I am willing to do whatever it takes to have us both walk away from that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we can leave
We'll
it
go
there
from
for
there.
now.
Yeah, we'll go from there.
At this point, you hear like shuffling feet as Val is like trying to sneak into the kitchen. But there's the clank of the second mug that she's pulling out as she's setting them both down and like starting to fill them up with coffee. It's like, morning.
Val, how you doing?
Good, good. I'm just gonna bring
Bring.
coffee to go.
Do you need
Yeah.
help getting paint out of your hair? It
No,
I mean it's like in the back. So I don't know if you can like reach it or it
uh-huh.
You're good, kid. No, you do your thing.
yeah, you go bring the coffee back and maybe take a shower.
She's bright red. Absolutely beet red. Just like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. All right, bye.
Tell Ren we said
Walks
good
up
morning.
with the coffee and then totally like sloshes some on her hand. Just like, fuck, damn it. Okay. She brings coffee back to Rin. And like slowly like opens the door and is like, I brought coffee.
Oh, perfect. Good morning. He
Morning.
sits up, kind of sliding his legs along the side of the bed. Thank
I
you.
made it how you like it,
Thank you.
I think.
Yes, it's perfect. As he takes a drink from it, kind of pulling it down, and he goes, "Can I ask you something? This might be a lot for the morning."
Here, hold on. Okay, now I'm ready.
Um, so when this is all over, and when it's all said and done, um, what do you, he's just stumbling over his words. He goes, whether you choose to stay or you guys go, could you maybe could I want to go with you wherever you go, um uh if that's all right.
She's gonna walk over and sit down next to him. I'd like that.
Okay.
I don't really want to go back. Not with all that I've seen. But whether that means being here on Novum or elsewhere, I don't really care. I just wherever you go, that's
We'll
I'll
go
be there
together.
too. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, promise. And just kind of holds up a finger.
She holds up a finger too.
Mhm.
And like does the promise, but then like will like
Do the kiss.
kiss the pinky fingers. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not okay. That makes me feel a lot better. I was worried because I thought you might just leave, and I know you wouldn't just leave, but like
No.
yeah, because it's gonna be an intense it's gonna be an intense time, I think.
Yeah.
But I think I have an idea to help us out with that.
Oh,
At least to get ready for it.
Okay.
So I've got some predictive abilities, and the book gave me, some pretty, a good look into the future. But I think maybe if with Peter's help, since they've kind of run through this a couple of times, I might be able to at least give us a sneak peek of what we will be up against.
It's a good idea.
And
Yeah.
At least that way we can prepare, because now that he has my book, he's gonna be prepared.
Right.
So we want to kind of get one step ahead of him, because he's already
Yeah.
like 6 steps ahead of us before the book.
Right.
Right. So I think, do you want to shower and then we can go and
Yeah.
figure these things out?
Yeah. Shower's a great idea. Good.
Oh,
Good.
you have some paint. Oh,
Yeah.
He looks to his own hands. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shall we? Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Yeah. The two of them.
The most awkward,
Yep.
fade to black.
And then I think at that point we're gonna jump cut to Jeane. You've been working with Luos for better part of the morning, the morning into the early afternoon. And you have a role for your character to determine like a project that you're working on, right? You're muted presently.
I'm looking at the thing right now, actually, and it's like the cost. It's the cost of how much your doll is, and like how many work days it will take. Right.
So essentially, you have a team of 12 artificers and the budget of the city of Lunaris.
Yeah.
So as far as like the working days and the budget for it, most of that will be like shortened greatly.
Mm-hmm.
What are you hoping to get out of this project is what I want to know.
I think we're hoping to get the teleportation established, getting absolute control established, like a minor AI maybe of some kind. What did the project thing say? Because this is technically a major or extreme project.
Yes, I would agree.
And if we're gonna go by that, in the examples, there are Gatling golems which take 15 progress, and you said they're each, and every helper adds an additional progress. So that's 12 progress like every day.
Yeah.
So we could fix. I think we could pretty much fix up as many golems as you have to like properly make them full kitted out, programmed,
and the ability to teleport.
Yeah.
Okay. So are you going to stick with the dozen, or are you going to try to manufacture more?
Once the dozen are completed, then we can honestly go into making more. With Jeane basically sharing his technology for the airship, his airship, to give, if they want to give them flight capabilities, if they want to, like, once they're in an area, they can now fly wherever they need to in an area, short bursts, so
like boosters.
Yeah. And honestly, he's also on the side making an AI kind of program for Nova to give them more of a personality, more of a presence. Because being in charge of a ship is cool, but you want to be able to like have a navigational system, have an analyzing system that says stuff out loud, etc.
Okay.
It also gives you a nice cool NPC for later, maybe
an AI NPC. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And I think you would get a ping while you're working through, and I think this will probably take the better part of the time you have left prior to the fight to get all of this done. Like you're going to be working to get this done.
Yeah. In the meantime, like it'd be like during like after the first day is over with, I do go back to the gang and tell them, hey, we might be attached to Valerian more than not at all.
Okay. Do you like maybe take a lunch break and head back
Yes.
to the ship? Okay. So you're gonna head back to the ship, and then before Jeane gets there, we'll kind of jump to maybe like however long later to Val and Ren joining Rhea and Peter, as the two of them come out together to join the two of you in the kitchen. A good morning.
I bet it is.
I'd say it's a good morning.
Actually,
Yeah. Val just like is holding like the two mugs and is like bringing him over to the sink. Just like
they look all
a
happy,
goofy
like-
little smile on her face.
How was your coffee?
Yeah.
Strong coffee.
I bet. I bet.
Yeah, it was good. It was good coffee.
Good.
Ren,
Yeah.
Hey, Ren.
Yes.
if you hurt my friend Val, I'll fucking bite you.
Oh,
I need you to know that.
So
numbers.
Why
Okay,
are we biting? I coming in. Why are we biting people?
If Ren hurts Val, I'm gonna bite him.
Don't do
no,
that.
So hey, Peter, I had a question for you. Good morning, Jeane.
Oh yeah, what's up?
I was telling Val that I was thinking that it to help us kind of get at least a leg up on Valerian, that that I could maybe use my predictive magic with some of the insight that you have of the future to try to give us a better chance, a better look at least what we're going to be up against when the fighting actually starts.
Yeah, I can do my best.
Yeah. So, but I will not hurt Val, and I will be. You don't have to bite me.
Yeah, you
Nope.
better make sure I don't have to bite you.
No biting, no hurting my best friend. Like Spook sees them holding the coffees, looking a little happier. I'm like, oh, they did the horizontal cuddle. All right.
You missed a lot, Jeane. You missed a lot.
I'm sure I did.
You want some coffee?
I'm sure that coffee was rocking all over the place. Hey everybody, I have some news that might be dire, depending. So sorry about this. He looks over here. He looks over. So it turns out that we are connected to Valerian a little more complex and more complicated than we thought. We were testing the golems, and they turned on the anti-magic field. I was in said field, and I started to fade.
You
You
Is it because the weave stuff or
No, technically, I've learned this. Technically, Valerian summoned us here, right? So technically, in the very technical source, we are summons into this world.
okay, so
What does that mean?
If Valerian, if something happens to them that could break concentration with his summoning,
and you guys would be sent away.
you'd be sent away.
Whoa, like to where? Like back to Earth?
In best case scenario.
Because there are no highways connecting this universe to any other one. We would most likely be sent somewhere deep into the in-between. Or worse.
yeah, because we got lucky the first time we came through.
Yes.
so we can't just like make a new tether or something, so we just stay.
We can.
Good.
Oh,
It's We need to rend that connection away from Valerian and attach it somewhere else.
And I'm sure the window to do that is very small.
Yeah.
Why elaborate, Ren?
You seem upset and concerned
Something's
about
happening.
it. Yeah.
Well, so if you guys are summons, if you guys were summoned here by summoning magic, you are attached to the person who summoned you here in the sense that they are the one that anchors you to this. So if Valerian is killed, if Valerian's magic is disrupted, your connection will be severed and you will be sent who knows where. You will be lost. The Novum is secluded. It was a lucky shot that you guys got here in the first place. Like you said, you'll be sent somewhere into the in-between. And we could have a new anchor, but it will be difficult to rend the anchor from him onto, and we have to give it to somebody else to hold.
Somebody here.
Yes, until you at least can get out of here.
Till something is established outside of this universe.
Correct. Once you leave here, you'll be all right. But while you're here, you're tethered here to him.
Which is why it's another reason why he seems so confident.
That makes a lot of more sense now. Why he's not worried about you at all. Because if you harm him, he could just dismiss you.
Why doesn't he do that now?
Right. Can't he just do that anyway?
That's the part I haven't figured out yet.
I'm assuming he needs us for something. And that something, I'm sure, is our dear patron.
Why hasn't he just gotten rid of you? He's tried to kill you on multiple occasions.
But not de-summon us.
Right.
Does he not realize?
Maybe?
Does he not remember that he summoned us in the first place?
His mind is not all there.
No, but I'm not gonna doubt that man's intelligence ever again.
Well,
his notes are thorough.
His notes are thorough, and when he tried to kill us on the mountain, he was still mostly of sound mind. That was right after he summoned us, so he knew. He knows.
Remember, he also tried to clone
us. What do each one of you have that really no one else here has?
Yeah.
The system and God forms. That's why. At least that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah. It's a good assumption.
You know the clones?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, and this is me spitballing, I don't know magic the way you guys do. Do you think if we die, we go into the clone bodies and we're here permanently?
I don't.
No?
I don't think they were vessels, no.
Thank
God.
Oh! I'm nervous, Peter.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they were vessels. I think he was trying to replicate what you guys are so that he could do it without you.
Yeah.
Do
Makes
whatever
sense.
he's trying to do without you.
Replicate not just us, but the systems inside of us.
Right.
Because our magic is special, but our magic is also tied to him. In a
well, your presence is
our
tied.
present. Yeah, our magic is our own, which is why he
wants it.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, I can at least get you guys a look at the battlefield, and so you guys can start discussing at least what we should do, because I think I know what I have to do now.
You know, in the past, a lot of us died because of like demons and stuff with the patron. Do you think there's something that we have to go do there that keeps killing us every time? Like we're learning it too late every time.
I don't know.
That's a possibility.
Anyway, I guess we should plan.
If we can get more insight, maybe then we'll know what to avoid or where not to be, I guess.
Any information is good information.
And you see Ren gets up and he goes back to his and Val's room, and he comes back out with his paints and a large canvas, and sets it up and sits down in front of it, and he goes, Peter, if you wouldn't mind, just if you could just place your hand on my shoulder and just think about what you saw in all of kind of the time loops that you experienced.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I don't remember, but I have some
Just-
ideas. Okay.
Yeah. And as she does, you see Rin's eyes kind of roll back in his head. And you see there's this kind of bit of like fractal kind of cathedral stained glass like light that begins to kind of dance around him. And you see his hand reaches down for the paintbrush, and he just begins to paint and begins to illustrate this war zone. As he illustrates it, you see there are two islands that have these massive, what look like cannons upon them. You see him continue to paint, and you see this large fortress with these three towers that seem to create a bubble around it. You see he paints different squadrons of airships. You see him paint several different armies in front of the castle and along the ridgeline. And then you see him paint kind of a red, almost like pentagram, and a bunch of demonic like figures, some like large groups of small ones, two very, very large ones. And this takes him honestly not too long. As he kind of gets to the end of the right corner of the canvas, and then you see him hesitate for a second, and then he's just like on the southern edge of the island, just offshore. You see him kind of like draw what looks like a wave, and then a set of two eyes in the wave, and then pull his hand back from it as his eyes kind of return, and shows you all what he painted.
Okay.
Oh, okay. It's a lot more real when you see it.
Yeah. Okay. Where do you guys want to start?
No, I've never really been in war before. Well, I've been in it 5 times, but technically this is our first one for us. And he's gonna go over to like a console and press a few buttons, and the painting's gonna get scanned.
Mm-hmm.
And like as it gets scanned, almost a topographic map, kind of like holographic builds
Cool.
in front of everybody here, so that like we have like a thing to walk around. I can also get this information to Luos. I mean,
That might be, yeah.
I think getting our allies this information definitely make it realer.
And Luos has also worked closely with Valerian, so I think Luos would have insight of what his game plan might be, what moves he might make.
I feel like we can also keep in mind that Valerian thinks that he knows what we're going to do.
I mean, he might know with the
Right.
book.
So I guess where I was going with that is like, keep in mind that our first instinct may be one that is predicted.
Your book is connected. Is it connected to us, or is it just connected to the world state?
It's connected to you guys because I was technically assigned as, to kind of document, you guys. Or
By
it wasn't
him.
assigned. No, it was kind of my own choice, to document and watch over you guys. But
Okay, then that means that they don't necessarily know what our allies will be doing. So getting this to Luos and then letting Luos know who our allies are, getting that message out very quickly. That could give us back some semblance of an advantage. Because it's just going to be connected to us. So it's just wondering what we're doing. And I'm sure what we're doing right now is freaking out and building.
Do you think there's any benefit to us not knowing the full plan? Like letting our allies communicate?
Yeah, I agree. I think if we don't know, like, it's less fuel they can have. It's less fuel for Valerian if we don't know everything.
I'm happy to just do what I'm told day of.
Does that make sense? Will that work, Ren? Or is that...
I mean, that if you guys have no knowledge, the book can't predict what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Because because there's nothing to predict.
Right. So if we get this information to...
I mean, we just only have to give it to Luos, I guess. We could give it to everyone else, but they're a little spread out. If we have somebody else plan it for us, somebody who knows Valerian, I don't know if I hate that plan.
Yeah, either Luos or Silvara also is really strongly on our side.
Yes.
I don't know if Luos believes enough to spearhead this. We could try.
We could at least point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
Or we could connect them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure intelligence and being able to know strategy will intrigue them. They seem like the type to be intrigued by information.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Val.
Isn't her husband like a former general?
The one that
Lord of Blades?
Yes, he
Lord of
is.
Blades.
Oh.
Lord of Blades, which is a badass title, I have to say. Top tier.
I mean, you couldn't tell from like the apron last time, but you would know best.
Yeah, historically, he was the one who led the very vicious army of Warforged a long time ago.
Is there still an army of Warforged?
I mean, it's kind of, decentralized, I'm sure, but I mean, but if anybody knows military strategy,
he'd have,
him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You just see me like downloading on like a magical USB.
A thumb drive.
Outsource that.
It's a crystal.
It's a crystal.
A magical USB is a crystal. Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
Classic. Just like our credit cards were. Anyway.
Look at that. Magic's so good. I'm like looking over at the 3D map. What is that? And he points over to the eyes in the water.
I don't know. It wasn't something that I saw in the loops that through Peter. It was just something that kind of it displayed a presence there.
Oh, so it's new.
Yes.
You said it's like south of where the craters are on the map.
Yes. So on the it is like the southern edge, like southern, right next to the shield tower on the southern edge.
Gotcha.
Do you think
like
it's
below air? Sorry.
Yes.
Thank you.
So it's below Shield Tower 3. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it could be the Drowned King because he was in the water last.
Do you think
that could be where he's coming from?
Oh.
I mean, it makes sense he'd come back for you.
Yay.
What great timing. Love that.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Drowned King is nothing but an opportunist.
Yeah.
Maybe we can sick him on the patron. Is there any way we could do that?
Well, I'm sure his priorities will not be anyone, but
But
us.
Peter specifically, I think.
Pete specifically, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the sky.
Yeah.
Like he's like looking at it still. He's like, what could that be? I shouldn't think about that too much. I have to finish. I have to start building these golems properly to get us a nice.
Yeah, tell us about those. Tell us about what that looks like.
Well, and like we'll go fully on the spiel beyond the hey, I almost disappeared when they activated. So don't be near them when they activate. Just like the full like capacity. They said they could take down like 3 or 4 mages by themselves, and they've got around 12 of them. So, and maybe we can build more if we get the construction of these 12 done properly. But I think
12 is awesome.
yeah, 12 is solid.
Especially if they've got that anti-magic area that you were talking about. I'm sure Valerian has magical defenses.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna think about it too much. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna
Who knows?
let
Not
someone
me.
else deal with that.
I can think of a
guess.
bunch of things, but that doesn't mean that's what we're doing.
True.
True.
I'm
True.
not
We don't know.
thinking at
We
all.
don't know. We don't know.
I'm gonna take this over and see if Lewis and the Lord of Blade. That's so sick. Can do anything with it. Maybe we can start getting back into contact with our other allies somehow, or tell them to do that and just give them a list of who we know. Maybe they'll send envoys, magical sendings. I don't know. Well, I don't know, so we'll see. Disappearing aside, we should now think about what we want to do about Valerian. Since killing him is kind of off the table, in a question mark.
It's not off the table. We just have to retie your tether to something else. Someone else.
The table's on 3 legs, not 4.
I mean, I'm gonna say what we're all thinking. I'd assume. I hope. Ren, you'd be the one to take the tether, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I could do it. You get me close enough, you get him weak enough, I could do it.
Well, what do we want to do with the patron?
That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, especially with you that close to your dad.
Yeah.
The both of you that close to your dad.
Yeah.
Do we even really know what the patron wants?
Does he want to kill your dad?
As far as I know, yes. Ooh. This is a bad idea. But we could try to talk to him too.
I mean, we want the same things.
I mean, enemy of my enemy, right?
Yeah, that doesn't mean that the patron's
We've got
the
a lot
best
of
guy
enemies
to
of
be
enemies.
having running around still.
Though we do have a lot of enemies of enemies right now. We are chock full of enemies at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, so it wouldn't be the worst thing to maybe. I mean, it might be end horribly and we all die, if we talk to him. But we also, at least keep him from attacking us while we're trying to at least wrench the anchor away.
Yep. That way he doesn't attack us. He just attacks Valerian and his forces.
Right.
Especially since Peter, didn't you say that you saw us fighting demons last time?
A lot of us went out fighting
So
demons.
maybe that would avoid that problem.
Yeah.
How do we get in contact with him?
I could reach out.
Oh.
Because technically we're 2 halves of a whole.
Yeah. Do we have to have a meeting, or can we just send a message and be like, hey, yo,
hey,
we also want to fuck up Valerian?
Something tells me that they will want to.
We'll probably have to talk to him.
Yeah.
Wait, can we all talk to him? Can he visit?
Yeah. Well, maybe we don't bring him here. Maybe we do it on a kind of thing.
Neutral location, not Earth.
Space.
Let's go
I
back to space.
I was gonna suggest
we have to be on our ship though.
We could go to the in-between.
Whoa.
Ooh, that place sucks. I don't like it there.
I mean,
I
we
mean,
have, we have to get there eventually.
Yeah.
right.
That is why this thing is. And then he looks around the ship. This is why this ship exists, to get us.
I mean, last time we went, he was all chained up. He could still be chained up right now.
Yeah. Hopefully.
hopefully.
We all laugh.
I'm not.
Oh, I'm sure.
After we all laugh.
Peter's shadow laughs. As Draven and Lilith
Awful.
also like poke their heads out of the shadow. Ha, ha, ha. And then go back into the shadows.
Terrifying.
Fantastic and
Awful.
awful.
Love it.
Right.
Yeah,
It
like,
would be a good
Oh,
test run
God.
for the ship. Jeane.
yeah. The ship
True.
has to get
Gotta do it
through it
eventually.
constantly. So yeah. I mean,
So-
it's getting there. I mean, we've got escape velocity checked down. So
The only thing is I think we might have to diversify tasks.
Yeah.
that's true.
Okay. Jeane, you have the in with Luos.
Hmm. This is, I mean, yeah. Once I give the information to Luos, I'm gonna ask them to never talk about it to me again. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Do you need help with the golems still, or is that ready to go?
I mean, this is we're back at day one, basically, right? Essentially. We've got the blueprints down. We've got the scripts down. We just need to start applying it. And that's going to take pretty much everybody, especially if we want to get it done as fast as possible, and build more on top of that. So, and in the interim, we can start making sure that the ship goes faster and faster until we break through that limit. And I could ask Luos for help on that as well, until we can get to a speed that breaks that barrier, or slips through, rather.
Do any of you have the ability to pass into the in-between?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. It's in my god form though, and you only got one of
Used that
those.
before,
Well,
yeah.
I could. I don't wanna, but I could. I could temporarily borrow your ability.
That's a
Whoa.
You can do that?
Yeah.
I don't have to go though, right?
No. But I don't want
I
to go
don't
by
want-
myself.
yeah. I
I'll
don't
go
think
with
going,
you.
Going
I-
by-
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Because-
probably shouldn't go because he'll be like, "You're that one girl who appeared for 5 seconds and
Remember?
then disappeared."
We go together.
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 So I could borrow the ability, and then you guys could help Jeane with getting the golems ready to go, or at least getting things here ready, but not ready, so that we're not technically getting anything ready.
We're just
doing
fixing the
anything.
ship.
No,
We're totally
literally
fixing the
just
ship up,
like
you know?
spitballing. We're
We are
fixing
fixing
the
the
ship
ship.
Mhm.
We fixed
Nothing
capabilities to travel.
for real.
Yes.
Yeah.
And before you guys go, I'm going to build beacons, just in case somehow, some way, there is only a one-way trip with you borrowing the power, so that we can.
That's a fair idea.
Worst
That's-
comes to worst, I can go and get them again. Kind
True.
of.
Kind of, but I would rather this be the test to get us through, and then finding you, and then getting the hell out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
while we're building the goals, I will be working on that program.
Okay. All right. Sounds like a lack of plan.
No
Nice.
plan.
No plan.
plans.
Is it our
plan.
thoughts or is it just our what we say and our actions?
It's kind of like what you're gonna do. You know?
Technically, we're
Like
building.
in Twilight.
Huh?
Twilight.
Alice's power in Twilight. Don't worry about it, Ren.
I thought you guys didn't have magic on your world.
Yeah.
It's-
No, it's
It's a movie. It's a
it's
film.
fiction.
No, movies are magic.
Don't
Fiction
worry.
is kind of magic in that way.
Oh,
It
it's
is.
just
That's all we
the
have.
Aladdin thing you guys were talking about.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, the story.
Twilight
I
Aladdin.
forgot
So
about
the same.
Twilight Aladdin.
Twilight
It's
and
the
Aladdin,
same thing.
the only 2 movies in this version of Earth.
That'd be not bad picks. Not bad
horrible.
picks.
Could be worse.
Could be
Could
worse.
be way worse.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Not break.
yeah.
Break.
Not break. Go team. And, so, who's going with Jeane to drop off the plans?
We can come.
Let's go.
What else?
Yeah, I mean,
what the hell else are we
everybody
doing?
can
Party.
everybody can go before the portal stuff going into the in between, I suppose.
Unless Ren and Val need their time before they.
To get some more coffee. I don't know.
Oh, good to get some more coffee. No, Val is fully caffeinated. She's good to go. Is happy.
Stop it. Oh my
Is
God.
happy to go with the rest of the group.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys would head then to the courtyard, the work field. As you see, like they've got a bunch of those containers out now. The golems are kind of like in like what are they like kind of like not hangers, but like they've got suspensions, kind of like that they put a car up on, and you see like there's a group of artificers kind of moving about quite quickly, working, transporting things as you all approach. And you would see Luos kind of standing there looking at her notes, talking to one of the scientists, sending them off as you all approach.
Luos.
Yes.
With the information that was given to me by you, we have decided to give you this.
So you hand the crystal over.
It's information that is that you should hand over to your husband.
To my husband?
Maybe we should ask Jeane instead of just.
Well, yeah. At this point, because I'm in the.
Do you need me to call him?
I
Yes.
don't.
Yeah,
not,
call
not,
him.
Not
Call
for
him.
us. I don't really want to
Okay.
hear. We don't want to hear what you talk about.
So context, right? Context.
I'm confused on why we can't just say what we're doing. What
We can say what we're doing.
what-
So
we need you to plan. We need you guys to come up with a battle plan. That we
So
don't know
my
about.
husband, Lore, honey. As you see her shout over to the side, and you see like kind of coming around the bend is easily like this 6'8" metallic man, with kind of very sharp and defined features.
I'm gonna black out.
Very like he looks like he like probably was wearing some sort of armaments all the time, as his like he's kind of got a larger muscular build that is probably meant to carry weapons and carry a lot of things.
Right.
But right now he's wearing like what looks like dress pants. Nice. And he's got kind of like a nice white shirt that's just kind of unbuttoned a couple of buttons.
Of course it is.
Rolled up sleeves. As you see, he's like pulling off an apron as he comes around the corner and goes, yes, dear. And Luos goes, these fine folks I was telling you about, they need to speak with you, and kind of walks over, towering over the group of you, looking down at you, and goes, yeah, how can I help?
Well,
we're fighting someone who has the ability to read our minds, essentially.
Okay.
And predict what we would plan. So we were hoping that you would be able to help us plan an attack. We can get you in contact with our allies, and then day of we can get the plan, but we're not involved in planning, so that Valerian can't predict what we're gonna do.
And you see him
that
like
would be
look
so helpful.
He looks to his wife and she's like, go ahead. And he goes, all right, I need troop numbers, I need topography, I need like what the battlefield's gonna look like.
It's in
this. All right, good. Okay. You have your own troop numbers in this as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
Do you have like do you have anything in reserve? Do you have any extra things, beyond what's on this?
Do you have our stuff on that?
I'm
Or
Above,
stats.
above table, I've given them like who we are associated with,
Got
who
it.
the enemies would probably be.
Mhm.
Who
Excellent.
the
All right.
enemies would probably be. They got the topographic map of the different things and
Our
just
forces.
our
Yeah, cool.
forces.
Okay.
Our swing states.
Swing states.
I don't know what that means, but all right.
Don't worry about it, kid.
Excuse you.
Oh,
Sorry. It's a
colloquialism.
yeah.
Got
It's
it,
just
got it,
never
got it.
mind.
I was like, I'm 400 years old.
Yeah, fair.
He's
all
gonna
right.
look a day over 100.
Appreciate that. All right. Yeah, I can get that done for you very quickly. Is there anything else you need? Do you prefer survivors? Do you prefer prisoners of war?
Yeah. Let's take prisoners,
Oh.
guys.
That sounds complicated.
Well, we can't know any details just in case the level of non-care that they have
Right.
includes that.
Right. I understand. But I need to know, am I planning to, wipe them out? Am I planning to
yeah.
Am I
Once
planning-
you read that and
I'd
you
say
learn about
total
the infected,
decimation.
I'm so sorry.
easily done? All right, because
Yes.
just keep in mind that puts your own troops at a higher level of risk, because they're not going to be fighting defensively. It's going to be strictly offense.
Hey, it's on the crystal. You know who we got, what you've got. You're called the Lord of Blades for sakes. Like, that's incredible. One, just want to say that.
Thank you.
That's a great title.
Yep.
So we trust you
Good.
intrinsically with the art of war. We are college students.
Fair enough. All right, honey, I'm going to my war room. And she goes, okay, honey, have fun. And he goes,
Like his man cave.
you need anything else?
I need to be in his war.
I need to.
Stop.
I need to
No, you can't say that.
I need him to be in my war room.
No more coffee for anybody.
Coffee is
as
canceled.
Oh,
the
my
Lord
God.
of Blades gives her like a soft kiss on the cheek and then just makes his way back to their house with the plan in hand. And she goes, that will occupy him forever. Thank you for that. He's going
Thank
to
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem.
Super helpful
Works
for
out
us.
so
Yes.
well.
Also, with the golems, I am trying to introduce travel back into this world. Travel into the in-between.
Okay.
My ship is getting closer by the day.
Okay.
And it is, if you want that, additionally with your other technologies, your help would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, let's add it to the list, Jeane. She gestures to like all of the golems being constructed and worked on.
Yeah.
We can add it to the list.
Yes.
You said what we have like. Oh, I think we're at like. I think. Hold on, let me check how many days
Yeah,
we
to
actually
check
have
the
left.
actual
Hold on.
daylight.
Let me
Look
check.
at my phone real quick.
I believe we're at 5 days remaining.
There's
I
that
think we're
clock.
Yeah, I think we're at 5 days before the conflict.
Sick.
Yeah,
Wow,
and she's like,
Straight up.
we will get it done. We had a lot of like go to bed morning days.
Yeah.
And she goes, we'll get it done. Okay. So he's off doing that, and we won't tell you any details
About that,
of it. Okay. Sure. And then we'll continue to work on this. Do you need anything else?
I mean, I've got all the resources here to help you guys. I don't know if because what are we gonna do? Blake looks at everybody else, and for the first time, you can see that there's more humanity as he asks that question, because usually he has all the plans for what they want to do, but now he's like trying to balance that out. So he's like, "I've got my tasks. What does everybody else want to do?" We have
Val and Ren have their tasks.
yes.
I want to be as helpful as I can, but
I mean,
now that we're not planning anything,
yeah.
I don't know
mean-
exactly what needs to be done. I mean, I have some calls I'm gonna make, but
I was
that's not
gonna
gonna
say-
take a couple days.
I was gonna say maybe you send out maybe it's one or both of them to go corral / maybe grow that a little more. I don't know.
Yeah, I also have a stealth mission I've got to send some people on. I'll keep him busy.
Thumbs up,
I
rise out of the
mean-
shadow.
We can also do what we can to fix up the rest of the ship.
Yeah.
That's something we can. I mean, we've, if we've connected with the Colossus, I'm sure we can figure out how to help the ship out.
Oh, I mean, there's already time and space magic in it. If we added more different kinds of magics, that might benefit the ship
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
So,
we could do that.
yeah.
Both Ray and I have different magics that haven't been there yet. So
I can take him to the core and we can try to add some stuff into it.
Yeah.
Because I did
yeah.
it before. I could help out with that.
That sounds good. With that team, not team, let's go.
Okay.
Break.
So then everybody breaks, and so I think we're gonna jump cut back to the ship now, while I think Rhea and Jeane are helping out with the mechs or with the mage slayers, while Peter, Val, and Rin. Peter, you can go rejoin them after, but go back to the ship to help get Rhea, or not Rhea, to get Val and Rin into the in-between.
Mhm.
Yikes. So Rin, once you get back, he goes, is there like a larger space in here that we could do that's not near like important equipment or things like that?
We can come up with one.
Yeah, we can just
Imagine
whatever
what you want.
need, just
open a
imagine it.
door.
Okay. And then he opens a door, and it's like a large, like almost like storage room in a way, like a very, very decent large storage room. He's like, and there's nothing in it. He's like, I don't want to break Jeane's ship or anything. Opening a portal to another dimension while within a ship that can travel through dimensions feels complicated.
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So Peter,
Mhm.
this might sting a little bit.
What?
So I'm gonna have to temporarily take the ability from you.
Oh. Is there any needles involved?
No, just
Okay.
lots of strands.
Oh. I was gonna never mind. Yeah, sure, we can get
Huh?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do what she needs to do. Above table question for Alec. Is
Yes.
this gonna require an insight roll at all? Am I gonna have to roll at any point?
Are you gonna have to roll for this? No.
I didn't know if I was gonna have to summon my grimoire or not.
Not necessarily. Because he's going to be using other methods of accessing your power.
Awesome. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, I don't want to go back so bad that I'm gonna let you do this, so I don't have to go.
All right. Okay. And then once I open it, you will just could you leave Draven or Lilith here to watch it to make sure nothing comes out and the door stays open?
Yeah, I'll have them both here.
Okay. And you see the shadows appear as Lilith and Draven appear to either side of you, ready to work.
Okay.
And wait, and Ren goes, they're not going to hurt me because I'm going to technically just kind of cause temporary pain to you, right? And immediately both of them go to kind of their blades.
Guys, it's all good.
Chill out.
It's actually safer that a little pain now, so there's not a lot of pain later. So
Lilith gives you like a knowing look.
Lilith gets it.
Lilith gives you a knowing look.
Okay. Yeah.
And so at this point, Rin would extend his hands forward towards Peter, and you'd see these kind of multicolored fractal strands of light begin to wrap around Peter, and then eventually begin to kind of dig a little bit into Peter as they kind of wrap themselves around Peter's arms and their legs, their torso, and begin to kind of dig in as you are going to take a little bit of damage for this.
It's fine.
And it's only going to be a D12. So you're going to take 8 light damage specifically. As he begins to kind of pull, as you feel something kind of leave you, Peter, as you feel something pulled from you and leave you, as Rin's eyes kind of open and he like almost claps his hands together so all of the strands connecting to Peter remain on one hand, and extends his hand to the other side of the room. And then as he closes his fist, you see this black rift begin to kind of form and open, revealing kind of this inky dark doorway as he releases the strands from Peter. So Peter, you're no longer bound or, having these strands attached to you. So sorry. So sorry about that.
No worries.
So sorry about that.
Yeah.
Val, are you ready?
Sure. Yeah, we got this.
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Yeah, no
She'll
problem.
take his hand and start walking towards the
Into
rift.
the in-between we go. As the two of them pass through the portal. Peter, where do you go after?
I'm staying right here. I feel weird leaving.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay.
I didn't know if you wanted to go back to the other group. Okay. And so then we jump cut to as Val and Ren pass through the portal. Val, I think, is this your first time in the in-between? I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. It is, because I think the only players who have been there are Peter and Jeane, I think.
Yeah.
As you see, it is this boundless black space. Like, think the sensory deprivation chamber from Stranger Things. Like, you can feel like you can almost see like ripples of water when you're walking. As you would turn around and you'd see the portal that leads into this storage space where you see Lilith and Draven and Peter standing there ready outside the portal. As Rin looks to you and he goes, "Okay, are you how you doing? I'm nervous. How are you?"
I'm yeah. It'd be concerning if I wasn't nervous, I think.
Yeah, nervous is normal.
Yeah. I kind of just want to get out of here and get back, though. I don't know. I don't doesn't feel like we should be here longer than we have to, you know?
I agree. And as you guys kind of begin to walk into this inky blackness, can you roll me insight and wisdom?
Willpower?
Willpower, sorry.
You're good.
I'm playing a lot of D&D lately.
It's all good. I knew what you meant. You know what? I am going to use a fabula point to re-roll
Okay.
one of my dice. That's much better. So that is instead a 12.
That's
compared
much better.
to a 5.
So you don't get lost in the in-between. As you're walking, you eventually come to, it's a strange space because every now and then you see like little islands of stuff. You would see like there's a little desk here and there. It looks like a broken part of a house, and then eventually you find a stone staircase that is leading downwards. And Rin's hand kind of tightens around yours as you get close to the staircase, and he goes, "I think this is it."
Okay.
Do you mind doing most of the talking?
Yeah, I can do that. If things start going bad, we just leave.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Right. Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Two nervous Nellies descend down this staircase. And as they descend, we're gonna really quick jump cut to the mech yard. What are y'all doing in the mech yard? Just working on the mechs?
I'm working on the ship, knowing that they're going into the in-between, working on integrating some AI. And he gets the idea. He goes, "Watch.
Yes.
How would you like to be a part of my ship?
Oh, like in what way? Integrate?
Integrated. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes, that would be fun. I would enjoy that very much.
Yeah. And then once all this is said and done, we can travel the multiverse.
And you see like the little orb kind of spins around excitedly because yes, that would be I would very much enjoy if I could if I'm capable of such things. Enjoy.
Do that.
Yes.
Let's see.
All right.
And,
so you're gonna begin to work on getting watch.
Yeah. Integrating watch into the Nova Divider.
Okay. Okay. So you're gonna do that. Rhea, what are you doing?
Yeah, Rhea is I think Rhea is wanting to make herself useful. And when she realizes that she A doesn't know anything about any of this shit, and B is not, they don't need her like muscle, right? They don't need her to help like carry stuff around or move things or anything like that. They know they've been doing this for centuries. They've got it covered. I think she's gonna just try and find honestly, she's probably gonna make her way back to, is the ship still on that like landing platform?
Yeah.
Is that where you, yeah.
Yeah.
She'll make her way back and she will take out her new sword that she got from Tiamat.
Mm-hmm.
And she has been using two-handed weapons this whole time, essentially, and is not used to fighting with the power she has now with a one-handed weapon. And it is a one-handed weapon, right?
Right.
Yeah. So she's gonna just do like, she has never really like trained. She just got good quick and then they stayed good and got better. And so she's gonna see if she can figure out like a flow of movement that makes the sword feel natural in her hand, like with her shoulders. She's gonna think about if she brings her wings out in her god form, how that's gonna change how it feels. She's just gonna acquaint herself with this weapon, and then when she feels comfortable with just this one weapon, she's gonna take out her axe. She still has that axe that could break into a two-handed weapon, and she's gonna see if she, because it's a one-handed weapon and I can dual wield, so she's gonna see what it feels like to have the soul-eating sword in one hand and the axe in the other, and just try different kind of combinations. And what if I take out waxing? What if I switch it to my left hand, right? Kind of that kind of thing. She's just going to do a little bit of training to acquaint herself with this weapon, accord it to her others. And I think she's really kind of feeling her entire life has felt very out of control. Even when she's been here, she's felt out of control. So I think this is the moment since she's been here that she feels most in control of kind of her trajectory and her body with all of this new power and her place in this group. So yeah, she's just going to have a good little
training montage.
Yeah, good little training montage.
Okay. All right. And then I think we're going to cut back into the in-between. As Val and Ren, you descend the stairs and you come down to this massive stone platform that is floating above a pit of lava. And the platform is suspended by chains. And you see a large stone throne with a bunch of chains that look to be broken to either side of it. And you see there is a singular chain that is running from the ceiling that is connecting to the wrist of a figure sitting in the chair that looks very similar to Rin. A bit more wicked, a bit more sharp features, wearing darker colors, sitting in the chair. As you two come down the stairs, just kind of raises his eyebrows and he goes, "This is a surprise." Hey, Val. Hey, bro. How you doing?
Oh, just trying to get rid of your father. What can I say?
Same. And so are you here, as he kind of like gestures with the chained hand, are you here to break me out so I can help you?
I figured we should talk about it, right? Figure out if we are on the same side. Because last time kind of got caught in the crossfire a little bit, which
Right.
wasn't so great for us.
Yeah,
So
my little brother tried to kill you.
yeah, also your like demon buddies were also kind of like going after us too,
You know,
which
demons.
yeah. Not ideal, you know.
I can see that. So what do you want, Val?
I want to not fight on two sides. I want to just be able to focus on dealing with Valerian and his forces and not have to worry about
About
demons on my
getting
ass.
stabbed in the back. Yeah. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Well, you must have, taken great risk to come here, and even greater risk to come see me. You must have thought of something to offer.
What do you want?
I don't know. What did you bring to? What did you offer? Is he? And points to Ren. You brought him here for me. Is that
No, he's not up for negotiation.
shame? Oh, good for you, little bro. Good for you. Good for you. Cute. Okay, so then what did you bring?
I think you're misunderstanding. I feel like we can help each other. You want to kill your father. We also want the same. You also, I'm sure, are not wanting your forces to have to deal with ours. Our strength is better combined.
Yeah, this is true, but they would be better together. But you guys are pretty valuable. And so what's to stop me really from just kind of, offing my dad and then taking care of you guys after?
What would that get you, though?
And just kind of gestures his hand, and your phone kind of appears in your hand. That.
See, there's a problem, though. That won't work. Because the instant Valerian is dead, we're gone.
Oh, you're anchored to him. Oh, okay. So then I just need to rip it out of you guys first.
Why, though? I thought Valerian was your goal.
Oh, yes, but also power. You guys have immense power. Why would I just let that go?
For just to have it? Just to sit around with it?
Oh, no, I have things I want to do. And the more power I have, the easier it'll be.
Well, what do you
Especially
want to do
when,
then?
what do I want to do? What do I want to do is I want to kill my father, take y'all's power, rule this planet, continue my conquest. And remake, the cosmos, the world in my image, the way I see fit, the way I like it. So what's to stop me from just attacking you
Taking it?
anyways? Yeah.
Well, if this is your grand plan, you don't want to be stuck here
You offering me
on
a way
Novum.
out?
We're working on it. You wouldn't be the only one that we've offered it to.
I mean, it's an attractive offer. Um, So what you want is you don't want to have to deal with my forces, yeah?
I don't want your forces attacking us,
Mm-hmm.
attacking our forces.
Mm-hmm.
United front against Valerians.
Hmm.
If you can do that. I know you said that the demons were unwieldy.
Yeah, they're not really mine. I'm just borrowing them. They're on loan.
So can you control them, or are they just kind of
It's kind of
there
like a
for
point the
free for
direction. It's
all?
kind of like point them in a direction. They burn themselves out, return back to wherever they came from. But I can pick the direction that they go. Um, I want out of here. As he jangles the chain, he goes, because I won't be much help to you if I'm not free.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can do that, then we can come to some sort of agreement, I'm sure.
How have those been working in the first place?
I got friends, but unfortunately,
Okay.
my friends can't handle this last one.
What does it take to get rid of it?
His eyes flick to Ren. Well, you see, we're in two parts here. And without him, I can't break this last one. But you did bring him right to my doorstep, which I really, really do appreciate. So you could just leave him here, and then I'll be free. Won't attack you during the fight. Bada bing, bada boom.
It's too bad that you know, can't think of any other way. Because like I said, that's the one thing that is absolutely not on the table.
It is a shame. It is a shame. Well, sorry we couldn't make a deal, Val.
Yeah, that's too bad. Well, I guess we'll just see your forces then. Too bad you won't be there, right?
I'll be there, just not full strength, unfortunately,
Okay.
which may reduce your chances against my father, but
Well,
what it
hopefully you're
is.
not there too late.
Well, depends on how long it takes for him to die. As his eyes fall to Rin.
Well, then I guess we won't be seeing you, will we?
Just kind of sits back in his chair.
I'm gonna take Ren's hand.
Okay. You
Walk
begin
out.
to. When you get to the top of the stairs, Rin stops you. And he goes, "We do need him."
We don't need him that bad.
But what if, he wants to absorb me? What if I absorb him? Then it takes him off the board completely.
That feels like a huge risk.
It is. Because I don't know if I'm strong enough to overpower him for control. But it's either that or Peter said that the demons attacked and killed you guys a whole bunch in the time loops. Um, but if you don't want me to, then I won't.
I know you're strong, but I don't. But we were supposed to do it together, and
Then let's do it together.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go get this asshole. Do you turn around then with him?
Yeah, I'll follow him.
Okay. You guys head down the stairwell And I think as you guys head down the stairwell, I'm gonna just really quick check in with our other players. Peter, you're standing outside the portal. It's been now probably like 30 minutes.
Ooh.
Draven and Lilith are just kind of standing guard next to you. And they're like, my queen, is there anything you wish of us to do, or are we just watching the portal for now?
I mean, I had a call I was gonna make, but not for you guys.
If we can watch the portal while you make your call.
Yeah. But also, how long do these like war meetings usually take? You think they're doing okay, or?
Oh, in the portal.
Yeah.
Time is different within the portal. Within the in-between.
Okay.
There's a bit of time dilation. So it may seem longer for us, but it could be moments for them. So they may still be in the midst of whatever the task is that they are assigned to.
Okay. I was just gonna send like 10 infected to like kind of go.
We should not
Check
send the
out.
infected into the in-between.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
To just like see what the Drowned King's up to, since he might be a problem. Like a stealth mission, like.
Do you know where he is?
He fell in the water.
Into the ocean.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe he's around the island. Checking it out. I was just hoping to send some people to search. That's all.
Sure.
Just a stealth thing.
We can send some of Lilith goes, I can send some of my guard to look after and
that would be perfect.
See if we can find any trace of him at least.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, let's do that. That's all I really wanted to do. And you said it's gonna take maybe a while for them to come back, so I shouldn't be worried yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll hang here.
All right.
For them to come back.
Okay. And then you send off some infected to go look for the Drowned King?
Yeah. Just where's the army at? What's going on?
You got it.
Okay.
Okay. Jeane and Rehya. Rehya, you finishing up your training montage?
Yep. And when I'm done, glistening with sweat, very cute, whatever. She's gonna I think put it away. She's gonna look in the eye. Does it blink? Does it seem sentient? Can it hear me? Is it speaking to me? Double checking all of the haunted sword stuff.
You're looking into the sword.
Yeah, we're looking for any sentience at all.
Evil, malicious, intent.
How are you just like looking at it, or like what are you doing to like?
Yeah, well, like as I'm like training with it, I'm like, yeah, we're like in tune and stuff. This is great, right? We're like finding a rhythm and a vibe, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna hold it up and look at it, and like, is it looking at me? Is it like a fake eye?
It's looking at you. Yeah.
If I like, does it follow me? If I like,
the eye follows.
Oh, is it squishy if I poke it?
You poke it, and you hear in your head, "Don't do that."
Sorry. Hey! Oh my god, I knew you could talk. I knew you could talk. I knew you could talk. What do you want me to call you? What is your name? Are you like hungry for souls and stuff?
That's a lot of questions.
Sorry.
In a short span of time.
I'm just so excited. I knew that you were like alive and stuff.
You knew?
Yeah. Like swords with eyes are always alive. Like magical swords are usually like alive and hungry. Right? They're like, it's like a whole thing.
Is that common where you are from?
Actually, yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you
Where
did
are you
not have
from?
magic.
I mean, they don't, but like people write about it a lot as if it were true.
So they write stories.
Yeah, correct. Like mythology.
Ah, understood.
Yeah.
I think.
Are you like a person whose soul was put in this, or are you like the sword's sentientness?
It's easier if I just show you.
Oh.
And you see the sword kind of turns to shadow in your hands, and begins to manifest as the shadow forms into a body, and then into a face as this black armored figure appears before you.
Yeah.
pale white skin,
Yeah.
long black hair, like very, very long black hair, piercing yellow eyes, sharp, very, very like angular features. He looks almost a little demonic, a little bit, as he appears, and he goes, "I am the sword."
The sword. Is that your name? Is
No.
that what you'd like me to call you?
No, you can call me Rend. That's fine.
That's so funny. We have someone with a really similar name too in our group. Rend. Nice to meet you, Rend. I'm Rehya.
I know. And shakes your hand.
Yeah. So, like, what's your deal?
Oh, I was bound to the sword a long time ago by a fae. And unfortunately gave my name to a fae. And here
Was
we
it
are.
Oberon?
No.
Oh.
No. Titania was her name.
Oh shit.
Nice. I mean, not nice. Like, cool. This not cool. Like, you're gonna be really helpful. We're trying to kill a really bad guy. And if you're like hungry for souls or whatever, you're gonna get a lot of them. Is that a thing? Are you like hungry for souls?
It's how I'm sustained and how I continue to exist, yes.
Nice. Do you prefer to be in sword form or dude form?
I prefer the sword.
Oh.
I totally respect that. That's super fair. Thanks for showing me, Rend.
Yes.
Rend, thank you for showing me. How tall is he? Like,
Yeah,
is it like
he's like a good, like, let's just say like 6'3".
He's a beefcake.
nice?
He's a beefcake.
Yes.
He's a beefcake. He's a warrior.
Yes.
He's a warrior.
Alec,
He's-
yay! Okay.
His sword. It's was it? What's that game with the swords that are?
It's like the sentient, like, it's like the hot boyfriends, but they're all like,
They're
like
all
inanimate
swords.
objects
Yeah.
or whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Cool. Thanks, Rend. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad that like I'm gonna give you a lot of souls, and you're gonna help me
Yes.
defeat a bad guy.
Your
It's
form
gonna
is
be-
impressive.
Thank you. Do you have any pointers or tips? Like, were you like a warrior? Because I
Yes.
am a college student, so
Well,
flunking.
You fight like a
it's-
warrior.
Thank you. Thank you. I I've been working on it. So any tips that you have? Can you give me like some pointers? Can we do a little training?
Absolutely. And I think we're gonna have a training montage with you and Ren.
Nice.
While that's
Hell
happening.
yes.
I love that you made boyfriend dungeon.
Yes. That's the
Thank
game.
you,
Canon.
Alec. I knew it was
In
sentient.
this
I knew
world.
it.
You just never looked at it. You never looked at it.
I was
You're
like,
yes. And so you're like, I was like, hot sword man has been here since you got the sword. You just never
whole
looked at it.
time.
I mean,
The
he
whole
didn't
time.
speak up.
What a gift.
What a gift!
What
It's
a
a gift that keeps on
gift.
giving. I'm gonna like try and crack jokes while we're like, I'm gonna be like, yeah, right, like, whoa, good. And he's just like, they're not funny at all, but trying to endear Rend to me so we fight better as a team. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Absolutely.
Our best soul leader dreams is gonna be great.
I love Soul Leader. This
Soul
is my
Leader's
favorite thing.
Then I think we're gonna jump then to Christian, making Watch into an AI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fully integrating them into the system.
Okay.
Will Jeane also get a hot robot possible love interest?
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, just had to express my wishes.
I honestly
right now.
already had it.
Okay.
I already had it planned. As you manifest Watch as an AI, you'd see kind of in the same way that you created the 3D map of the battlefield, kind of this hard light version of Watch begins to appear. As you see, very a la Cortana, that kind of like blue skin, kind of blue jumpsuit look to this figure as it begins to appear. Woman, kind of short bob hair, like almost think like Cortana, but with glasses and a little bit shorter. As she appears, a little bit younger, as Watch appears, and she like begins to look at herself, and she's like, "I'm not used to having limbs."
I didn't program that part. That's all on you. That's all up in there.
Oh, well, I was thinking that I wanted to, actually spend time, and help you. And so I think it might have, maybe the ship might have helped me with this.
Maybe. I mean, hey.
Hi, Jeane.
Hello. You look great.
Oh, thank you. This is new. I didn't really know what to appear as, I guess.
You did a good fish job. No
Thanks. Thanks. So what's next?
Well, I guess standing by unless there's any danger in the in-between. Because we need to get there immediately if anything goes down.
Okay. Well, I'm ready to help when you need it.
Yeah,
Just call me anytime.
Of course. Just I mean, you can study up on what we've got.
Pushes up her hard light glasses.
Yeah. Just any information you need from me, feel free to ask. I'm here to give up any and all knowledge, for good of all of us.
And she just begins to spam you with questions after that offer. So we've got that happening. We've got the trading montage. We've got Peter sending on infected on a stealth mission. And then we are going to, with their two hot infected generals, we're gonna then now jump cut now to the in-between. As the two of you walk back down the stairs, and Valorant goes, "Did you change your mind? Come up with something new?"
Yeah, no, change of plans.
Excellent. Well, go for
and
it.
I'm gonna reach over to Ren, and I'm going to use Awaken on him. And I will make his willpower 1 die size higher than it already is.
Okay. And when you do that, you can see kind of a flash of aggression, anger come across the patron's face as he realizes or has it, like, feels the aggression from you, as Rin kind of dashes down the stairs towards him. And you would see Rin throw out his hands, and you see the patron throws up his hands, and as these kind of strands, those kind of multicolored strands that I've used to describe Rin's magic, launches from him. You see chains, these deep black chains, fly from the patron and begin to collide as they begin to attach to one another. As a chain attaches to Rin, a strand attaches to Valorant, and they're just going back and forth, tying each other up essentially with these chains, and beginning to kind of, as you can see, some of the chains begin to turn kind of that multicolored color. Some of the strands turn that deep black color. As you can see, they are beginning to fight with one another, essentially, basically a battle of wills, attempting to absorb the other. What do you do?
I'm gonna be keeping a very close eye for if it seems like Rin is not doing so hot. But she'll go up and she'll stand behind him. And just be a supportive presence, I'm on your side, kind of thing, as she's watching all this.
Okay, so I'm going to roll to see how this contest is going to go.
Hold on your hand, spirit bomb style.
And okay,
you got this.
Okay. So you would see the chains and the strands begin to shorten as they're pulling one another closer and closer to each other. And Valorant says, "Welcome home, brother," as he's trying to pull him closer. And Rin goes, "You are not going to hurt her," as he's pulling him closer. And then you see eventually the two of them kind of conjoin as the chains and the strands begin to wrap around, almost like a cocoon around the two of them. And there's this just kind of blast of light that emits from them, as Valorant rolled a 12.
Oh.
And Rin rolled a 14. As there's this kind of blast of light that emerges from the two of them, and this figure kind of falls out of the strands and the chains, as the chains kind of fall to either side. As you see, there's Rin kind of panting, breathing really heavy. And he's just kind of got his hair's now kind of a mix of white and brown, as he's got this kind of mixture of this hair, and just his hair is almost a little bit longer too. He looks a little bit more gaunt than he was, and just kind of is just resting on the floor.
Rin?
And there's this long moment as you see he kind of blinks and looks up to you, and he goes, Hey, Val.
And she just like falls to the ground next to him and just like touches his face and is like looking into his eyes to be like, this is really him, right? Like, I'm not being like duped right now. Like, she wants to make sure that she knows that it's her boy.
It'd make you roll for something, but he roll insight, I suppose.
Okay. 10.
10. With a 10, all of your worries are pushed aside as he just grabs your face and kisses you.
Oh, it
As
is you.
it is your boy.
Okay. You did it.
Yeah, that was close.
did
That was
it.
really close.
You did
But
it.
yeah. Okay. Huh. This is weird. Huh. I couldn't have done it without you.
And she'll like brush his cheek. I knew you could do it. How do you feel?
Good. Confused because I have his thoughts as well as my own. So
Okay.
it's just sorting all of that out, you know?
Yeah.
But and as he's like kind of describing this to you, you see the chains holding the platform begin to disintegrate. We should probably leave.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
And she'll pull him up and
Yeah.
they'll book
Begin
it
to
out of there.
run together.
Yeah.
And as all of these scenes are taking place, Draven and Lilith, I think at this point, are probably doting on Peter. Making sure you have a chair, a comfy chair, beverages, anything you need.
Guys, not necessary, but thank you.
We see Jeane and Watch like just like going back and forth, talking. We see Rhea outside having this trading montage as like Rhea makes a strike and the sword takes its form again, and he like corrects her posture, turns back into the sword. And as that continues to go, and Val and now the complete Rin or Valorant begin to make their way towards the portal. Peter, you get a ping from that squad you sent to investigate.
Oh, that was quick.
I
wonder why he was so easy to find.
As you hear this kind of this ragged kind of panic voice that goes, my queen, my queen, it's better if I show you. As you see, he projects an image into your mind. As you see your squad that you sent, they're getting torn apart. They are getting rended, like as you see the Drowned King dropping one of them to the ground. As you see this massive, large shape behind him, this moving inky black mass that as its head kind of lowers itself to the side of the Drowned King, you see this massive reptilian head. And he goes, I'm sorry, my queen, as the thing opens its mouth. And the last thing you see is the jaw closing around that soldier you had sent.
I knew I should have bit Godzilla.
And that's where we're going to stop for tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us for episode 27 of Echoes of Legacy. I've been your game master, Alec Lockman. I'm going to throw it off to my lovely players to say goodbye. Well, let's go with Peter.
Hi, I'm Haley. I go by HailieRosie on everything. I do cosplay and TTRPG stuff. It's very fun. We'll see how this goes. I'll pass it off to Betty.
Hello. I am Betty. I am Betty the Beholder on TikTok and Instagram. And this was a very fun episode before things get really bad, really hairy, really quick. I'm going to throw it off to Christian.
Hey everybody, hi, my name is Christian, aka AFluffyGoomba, all over the internet. I'm a TTRPG performer, educator, and event coordinator here in the space. I'm in a bunch of games. You can check my link tree to figure out what game you want to watch. I have games over all genres. And stay tuned for I am making a tutorial on how to play masks and how to make a masks character. So if you're into superheroes, please look forward to that tutorial coming up very soon when time permits me to edit it.
So good. Mood.
Val.
That's me. I'm Steph. You can find me all over the internet at Equinoxdice, making handmade polyhedral resin dice, as well as performing in a bunch of actual plays. By the time this comes out, Castleton Part 2 will be airing,
Let's
which
go!
both myself and Alec are in, so you should totally check that out.
Watch it.
And Alec, that just leaves you.
All right. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time for part 1 of our 3-episode finale. Woo! And we will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.